Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to a brand new TEW2020 video. First of all, this will go live on Thursday, so happy WrestleMania weekend. I hope everyone has a fantastic time. Hope they get the results they wanted for. I've not been too in tune with the WWE product, but we have to remember it is WrestleMania, so absolutely I'll be trying to tune into as much as possible. Plan is to try and watch NXT Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania's Night 1 and 2, try and catch the Hall of Fame, try and catch AEW Rampage, try and catch Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor, but the card just looks ridiculous. And might get Fight TV Plus, so the trial to get as many shows over WrestleMania weekend. Having done Mania back at 32, that fantastic main event, the indie weekend is such a good part of it, man. So many great shows. I mean, I got to see Ricochet v Will Ospreay in like a barn, and it was wild. And it was also depressing to see that I saw Ethan Page v Darby Allin take 2 minutes when I didn't know who Darby Allin was. So it's a great weekend. You can see so many wrestlers, especially for somebody over in the UK. It's maybe a bit trickier to see a lot of the guys in the States and Mexico, especially in Scotland. It's a lot more hard than obviously the ones that would go to London and the likes down there, Rev Pro, etc. But yeah, as I say, most importantly, enjoy the wrestling. As I say, there'll be things there that you'll enjoy, that others will enjoy. We've all got different tastes. Some people prefer the Otis character stuff, and some people prefer Kenny Omega versus Vikingo. So yeah. But anyway, on to the save. Fight for the Fallen is the event. It's set up a wee bit for for All Out, so we will have a wee kind of hints towards that. Obviously, the next show will be the retirement for Kana. Still can't believe we're losing her. She's like our best women's wrestler, bar Mayu Iwatani, but it is what it is. But still quite happy with what we put. There's a few opportunities here. And yeah, we're going to be looking to take a 90 from last year, a 91 from the year before, an 80 when we done it at Man City Stadium, and Arlington, Texas, where we had the 50,000 sellout, but 79. So the first ever Fight for the Fallen main event was Hangman versus Miro. So, without further ado, let's crack on. It's a risky main event, but it'll all make sense when it happens. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Fight for the Fallen 2026. So straight into the show, we're with Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, FTR, who have bumped into El Generico and Kevin Steen. And it's almost as if FTR show a bit of jealousy towards Steen and Rico. Just like, oh, like used to, friends are reunited again. Oh, looks like you're beating everybody. Just don't think you can get in the way of FTR. Don't even try it. Kevin Steen and El Generico just says, we've still got our own problems with the Super Elite, but if you want to join them, if you want to take us on, that's fine. One day, if you mess with us, we'll beat you down. So 87, it's setting up something, right? That's what we're going for. There. So I started off with a showcase match for the AEW Zero X Championship. We had El Hijo del Vikingo. I'm still going to always pronounce the Hijo or Hijo. I need to watch it again, Dynamite, just to get Excalibur's pronunciation of it. But I feel like this would be a good connection together. Unfortunately, psychology hampers it a little. But about the has superb wrestling and good heat. Vikingo defeats Jack Perry in 14:02 with a 6:30 senton, giving him his 6th defence of the AEW Zero X Championship. Probably a bit above that level now, but Vikingo continues to put great performances on. And an 80 rated matchup to start the show. So the crowd are like, yeah, this is good. Then moved on to a matchup for the AEW Tag Team Championships, and joining Tyler Black was his protege Ben Carter, and they challenged the Briscoes. And it was about they had great wrestling and good heat that saw the Briscoes defeat Tyler Black and Ben Carter in 14:09, when Jay Briscoe pinned Ben Carter with a Jay Driller following a distraction from John Moxley. So Moxley still has the team of Tyler Black and Ben Carter in his sights, and it's a 4th defence of the belts for the Briscoes. 77. Not too bad. Bit of a hype package, and this is between Brody King and Malakai Black. They are having their big blow-off match up here. It's going to be a war. 2 great partners, they just had enough of each other and have just descended into chaos, continually just attacking each other. So that is a 70 for the hype package for it. And the match itself, I would say, delivered. A superb matchup with Malakai Black defeating Brody King in 12:55 with a black mass, giving him the victory. 84 is the match rating here. I think I made this a wild brawl. I would expect these two would just beat the shit out of each other, and that is the case here. Moving along, Tyler Black cuts a promo on Jon Moxley, just says, well, Mox, it looks like this feud is never going to go away. So, when it comes to All Out, you want to take us on, you got a problem with me, you got a problem with Ben Carter, that's fine. We'll see what happens at All Out. I didn't want to give away too much in the promo, but over the course of the next wee bit, I think at All Out we're probably going to go with a 4-way and a stipulation, maybe with future championship implications as well. So just like Tyler Black saying, he wants to get his hands on Moxley, he's driving him insane, but we still need Ben Carter and Umino to feature prominently in the programme. Then had the TBS Championship on the line. Riho has been on a winning streak and she stepped up to take on Bayley Rose. This season matchup saw Bayley Rose defeat Riho in 12:02 with a belly-to-belly suplex, a 5th defence of the TBS Gold and a 75. So pretty good stuff there. As I say, Riho just kind of think she's peaked and she's not going to get any higher than she is, but Bayley is obviously a lot older than her and puts on a very good match. This also was Wild Brawl, just to kind of give them a chance to really attack each other. Water then cuts a promo. Now he just says it's his second win as champion, but there's not really been anyone that's been able to stand in his way. But he says the competition's been good and it's raised his game to a complete new level, just higher and higher as time goes on. He spoke to management. They're going to give him a unique challenge in the main event tonight, and he is going to face one of the top prospects of AEW that is in the developmental show, Impact Wrestling, and they will be competing in the main event. He says don't underestimate them because they're young. This is a future main eventer. This is someone that is going to go toe-to-toe and have a wild match. But Water thinks his experience will help him come through. It's obviously someone that's really good in ring, but maybe a bit sketchy on promos, but 81 for the next up, we had the Queen of AEW Championship on the line. A second defence from Ty Mello. And this matchup saw her take on Gulia on a loan from Stardom. And it was a decent matchup. Ty Mello picks up the win in 12:15 with a submission victory, the cross arm breaker. But this was due to the return of Thunder Rosa at the age of 37. She's back from developmental and she is going to side with Tay Mello. I think I've totally underutilised Thunder Rosa and to an extent Tay Mello as well in this save, so I want to give them one run together. Obviously Tay will hold the Queen of AEW belt, help elevate that, but I'm hoping together they can get momentum, they can get popularity, and they can be two very solid hands within a women's division, giving us a lot more depth. That's the plan. Well, the plan works out, we'll never know. Next up, decent matchup for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships, and someone that's been on a pretty decent run has actually been Ruby Soho. She's teamed up with her former pal, Liviana Morgan, and this was a decent matchup that saw them lose to the tag team champions Veronica and Simone Johnson, as Simone picked up the win in 10:05 over Ruby Soho. It's a second defence of the belt for the champions. It's another win and gaining of overness for Simone. Veronica just needs the in-ring time. Simone needs the overness, and we can maybe tease a bit of friction between Ruby and Liviana. I'm going to try and really just repackage Liv, I think. Maybe even repackage her back as Giona Daddio. We'll see, but it was more so to focus on our younger talents here, the heels, and a good 64 win for them, and obviously the showcase of being on pay-per-view. Next up, we have our usual cheap spot to get the big promo, and this one was with the Super Elite 95, Nick Jackson, Jay White, Adam Cole and Hangman together. This says we have a massive, massive problem. We lost Kevin. He's turned against us. We lost Kerry to concussion. It's now the four of us. Do we have a plan to take on Steen and El Generico? They ponder. Nick Jackson says, don't worry, I've got this. We'll sort this. You guys can just worry about getting the Super Elite back in the winning column, back getting championships. I've got a plan to get Steen and Generico. If injuries permit, that'll help us. We'll see how it goes. But a 95, and good segment there to progress that. Next up, we have a little bit of a feud here. It's two guys that are kind of wanting to get a championship match in the future, and it was about they had fantastic heat and great wrestling that saw MJF defeat Miro in 14:07 with a handful of the tights and 84. Both guys wanted a championship match against Walter. Miro wanted it. MJF says he doesn't care. He wants that other opportunity. He deserves it. Just basically being arrogant as hell. And we're probably going to go with MJF against whoever the champion will be at the Kana show, because there's future plans for the matchup at All Out. Mind went there, but still 84, no psychology penalty would surprise me. I felt that would certainly hamper it. So the fact they've done that, MJF maybe getting the psychology to carry matches now as he continues to develop. It's hard to mention stuff where it's like booked in 2 shows' time, rather than obviously what's got to occur at the Kana show, because we'll still have some good matches with serious implications. So next up, we had a good matchup. Carmelo Casanova, the All-Atlantic champion. Nice wee win over Ricochet in 10:05 with the Fedora Frog Splash. 6th defence of the belt. 86 and 61. Right? And this was story to another to obviously protect the champ. He's got that injury. These two are going to go at it again once he's fully healed, and I think they could tear the house down. If they get an 82 now, what that will be. But delighted with that one. Changing the gimmick, because he's now going to be a prima donna, which was great. And lost his damages popularity more, but really happy with that considering the injury, and still deciding if I'm going to go All Atlantic or move it to International at one point. But a good one anyway for Carmelo Casanova, because that's already went Lucha Underground, retired to All Atlantic, and we've pretty much been in the same time span as the Real Life belt before it got retired for the International. Then have some words from Eddie Kingston, 76, and he just says he's tired of people here saying, oh, they should be champion, they should be this, they should be that. Says there's a few people in here I'd like to shut their mouth up, and that is what I'm just going to do. So we are turning Eddie Kingston babyface. Says he's amazing at being a heel, but he's now babyface. Eddie Kingston has a major program in store, heading towards All Out. We then have our third from last matchup, which was for the Women's Championship. And it was an opportunity for Deonna Purrazzo, who tackled on Mayu Iwatani. But the amazing run continues, as it was a great wrestling match with good heat, as Mayu defeats Deonna in 1959 with the Dragon Suplex, giving her 14th defence of the AEW Women's World title. 82 overall and 96 for Mayu. Absolutely incredible. I don't ever want to take the belt off her. She's just so good. I actually want to have Harvey Water just to see if I can get 100. After the matchup, she calls Kana down to the ring. We get Stone Cold. He comes down to be like the kind of contract guy. And Mayu says, Kana, obviously your last match, I want you getting this championship, but I do want it to celebrate all the Japanese wrestlers that have come over alongside us, whether they be good or hated here. It's been a journey by many of us. So we'll see as many of them as possible. You'll be the first one. But the plan is a 6-way match for the Women's Championship to main event the Kana show. We'll have Mayu Iwatani, we'll have Kana, and I'm pretty confident I can confirm that we'll have Kairi Hojo and Io Shirai, with more to follow involved in that matchup. We then move along to the Trios Championship, and only a 7-8 here due to unfortunate injury, but it was a good matchup. Zack Sabre Jr., Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne with the win over Bryan Danielson, Daniel Garcia, and the man that was happy on Rampage to align with them, which was Andrade El Idolo, and it was Tyler Bate who pinned Bryan Danielson with a Tyler Driver 97. So it means the British wrestlers pick up the win here. It's their first defence of the Trios Championship, and I feel that is a matchup that probably would have hit the 80s should Andrade not have cracked ribs. So that's a bit unfortunate. And it's going to lead to stuff in the future. There's big plans for Andrade. Let's hope those cracked ribs don't lead to him struggling. We might need him to rush back from injury. So 78 overall, and Bryan missed 78. That's a physical decline starting to hit him, but he'll still be a very useful hand going forward. It should be main event time. Oh, and Zack Sabre Jr. gets heat as well. Thanks, Dustin. But first off, Sammy Guevara just says, you know, not been doing too much on Rampage. I'm a former champion. I'm a former TNT champion. Maybe this Walter matchup intrigues me a little bit. And that is a 77. It delivered. I'm so happy with that. About had superb wrestling and great heat, Walter defeated Impact Wrestling star and probably future main roster star Kyoto Kiyomiya Kiyomiya, and it's 27-22 with a lariat. A 10th defence of the World Championship brings us a 97 rated matchup. These two clicked really, really well. Walter with a 95, Kaito with an 83, and Walter reigns supreme. But good, I gave him a lot of open matchup. I think I made the match open. Yep, slow pace to the finish, regular matchup. And any negatives? None at all, but yep, we can pretty much call him up whenever we want. And I think he'll fit in that main event scene pretty well. So overall, 100 rated show because of the boosts, and best angle was a 97, best match was a 97. So we're slowly but surely getting through the 50 matches we'll need for the 100 shows. Oh, sorry, the 50 shows to get the 100 shows. But the 100 rated matches are going to be really, really difficult. But we'll keep on trying. Adam, don't loosen our game. I want to do this before I retire for TEW, which will be at this rate a long time away. But delighted with that. As I say, it was a wee bit of a filler event bringing in Kiyomiya, but I felt like it was more of a build show towards what's coming. There'll be obviously MGF and Walter will take place at the Kana tribute show, which won't even main event because the women will main event that for Kana. But it'll be great to have that kind of matchup. And you can see there's wee teases of what Kingston's going to do. There's a tease of what Guevara's going to do. There's a tease there between the Super Elite, what their future holds. And obviously Tyler Black and Moxley's program continues as well. So a lot of stuff to look forward to in the next coming shows. I'll be honest, I don't have much plans after All Out, apart from the reset button. I'm going to have a proper draft again, move people about, freshen things up, and basically use that as like the new season. But the saves, even though the viewers are way down, which is fair enough, it's been out a long time, the game and the saves obviously been going a while. We're here for the adventure, man. We're here for the journey. This will keep on going. And thank you for joining me on this journey. So take it easy, enjoy WrestleMania weekend, and of course check out the Great Software forums, the Fantasy Booker subreddits for more people's written and verbal content and visual. And until next time, this was Maxwell. See you soon. Bye bye.